Hey everyone, this is Will from BeYourNIT.com. Right now, I'm going to show you how to combine partitions in Windows 7, and you should also be able to do this in Windows Vista. Now, when you have a single disk, or a bunch of disks that show up as a single one, and you have them divided up into logical parts, that's called a partition. In this case, all three of these drives are all on the same disk. Scott actually has an array of drives called a RAID, and it takes a bunch of disks, and either by improving performance or making it so that if a drive fails, you don't lose your data, they all show up as one storage device. But when he set the machine up, these were all separated into multiple parts. Now, if we go into the disk management, and this exists in Windows XP also, however, you won't be able to actively change partitions in Windows XP. Although all the other things in here you should be able to do, like deleting partitions, creating partitions, that sort of thing. Now, Scott's pretty much said that he doesn't need these to be separate drives anymore, and he's backed up all of his data. Remember, if you do this, especially if you're deleting partitions like I'm about to do, you will lose all data in the partition. So back up anything you want beforehand. We're going to delete the volumes here. Now we have a bunch of free space. I'm going to right click on C. Oh, we got to actually delete the partition, not just the volume. In this case, this would be another partition if I just right clicked and hit make new simple volume. How it was set up before actually was a single partition that was then subdivided into volumes, so it was even a little more confusing. But basically, you need to delete things until you get down to unallocated. Now, if you tried to do C, it wouldn't let you because that's where your system is living. But for other disks, that would work. So now we're going to go extend volume. And here we go. Now we're extending the volume to the full 1800 gigabytes or 2 terabytes. And there, now our C drive is 1802.5 gigabytes. If we look back here, we refresh, we now have 1.74 terabytes free of 1.81 terabytes. So, if you have multiple partitions, like if you had a recovery partition and you have recovery disks, or you don't want that, like even if you had like updated to Windows 7 from Windows Vista and you had a recovery partition that doesn't mean anything anymore, you could delete this and extend the partition and reclaim that remaining space. So this is how you extend partitions in Windows 7.